Hey, thanks for tuning in to the Get Rowdy Tech YouTube channel. Today we're going to do a quick Azure Kubernetes Service deployment. All you need to follow along is an Azure account and a valid subscription to get started. We're going to start by using the Azure Cloud Shell for the deployment. All we have to do is just click this icon up here that looks like a command prompt. You might be prompted to create storage for this if you have not used the Cloud Shell before. You'll need to do that if you want to follow along. And the first command here, we're just going to run in order to create the resource group that the AKS is going to be in. So here, we're going to run az group create --name get rowdy tech -aks -rg --location east US. So what this command is doing is it's creating a group called get rowdy tech -aks -rg in region east US. And you can see here that the provisioning state has succeeded, so the resource group has been created. So the next command, we're actually going to create the Azure Kubernetes Service cluster. Alright, so we are running a command that is going to create an AKS cluster in the resource group get rowdy tech -aks -rg. We're going to name the cluster get rowdy tech -aks -cluster. We're going to start with a node count of 2. We're going to enable monitoring and generate SSH keys for the cluster. Now this process is probably going to take somewhere between 10 to 15 minutes, so I'm going to cut the video and I'll come back when it's completed. Right before I do that though, you can go to Kubernetes Services in the GUI. And let's move this Cloud Shell out of the way for now. And you can see that the get rowdy tech -aks -cluster is showing up under the Kubernetes Services. And if we go into that, we can go look at node pools. And right now, it's in the process, the provisioning state of creating. So we'll come back here when it's finished. It'll be a little bit. All right, so you can see that our provisioning state has succeeded. And the cluster has been created. Let's go back to the Cloud Shell. And the next thing that we need to do is configure kubectl to connect to our AKS cluster. So next command. Alright, so this command, get credentials, we're telling it to go to resource group get rowdy tech -aks -rg, and we're going to get the credentials for the cluster get rowdy tech -aks -cluster. Alright, and that has succeeded. So now all of the normal kubectl commands that you would run with Kubernetes will work at this point from within the Cloud Shell. So let's do a quick kubectl get node. And you can see that returned the 2 nodes that we have created. And let's go ahead and just create a namespace real quick. we're going to create a namespace called main. You can see that the namespace main has been created. Let's go ahead and do a get namespaces. Now your default namespace, the kube node lease, the kube public, and the kube system are all default namespaces that were already created. But you can see at the bottom there, we have the main namespace we just created. Quick and easy, right? I've got a bunch more Azure Kubernetes content coming up soon. If you found this helpful, if you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe and like. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Have a great day, everybody.